Hook. Everyone remembers Andy Devine for his unforgettable raspy voice and infectious laugh. But few people know that his voice came from a horrific childhood accident. And even fewer know that decades later, his life would end after another bizarre injury involving the roof of his mouth. The eerie similarity has left fans wondering if fate had come full circle. For more than 40 years, Andy Devine was one of Hollywood's most beloved character actors. Whether he was riding alongside cowboys in classic westerns, making audiences laugh as Jingles and the Adventures of Wild Bill Hickok, or delighting children on Andy's Gang, his warm personality made him impossible to forget. He wasn't the leading man, but he often became the most memorable person on the screen. His trademark voice was unlike anyone else's. High-pitched, gravelly, and instantly recognizable, it became one of the most famous voices in Hollywood. Ironically, it wasn't something he was born with. As a young boy, Andy suffered a terrible accident while running with a stick in his mouth. He fell, and the stick pierced the roof of his mouth, leaving him unable to speak for nearly a year. When his voice finally returned, it had changed forever. What could have ended his dreams instead became the very thing that made him a star. Andy embraced what made him different. He appeared in more than 400 films and television shows, worked alongside legends like John Wayne, Roy Rogers, and Gene Autry, and even voiced Friar Tuck in Disney's Robin Hood. Away from Hollywood, he was also a licensed pilot who helped train military aviators during World War II and was passionate about amateur radio. His life was filled with achievements far beyond acting, but the final chapter of his story took a heartbreaking turn. In his later years, Andy battled several serious health problems, including diabetes, heart disease, and leukemia. Then came a shocking household accident. According to reports, he suffered another devastating injury involving the roof of his mouth after falling onto a sharp object at home. While the wound itself wasn't immediately fatal, it triggered severe complications, including infection. Combined with his already fragile health, the injury became one more burden his body could no longer overcome. On February 18, 1977, Andy Devine passed away at the age of 71. His death was ultimately attributed to leukemia and complications related to his declining health, though the unusual mouth injury remains one of the strangest and most talked about parts of his final days. The tragic coincidence that the same part of his body linked to the accident that shaped his career was injured again near the end of his life has fascinated fans ever since. Despite the sorrow surrounding his passing, Andy Devine's legacy has never faded. His unmistakable voice, boundless humor, and unforgettable performances continue to entertain new generations. He proved that what many would see as a weakness can become a person's greatest strength. And perhaps that's the most remarkable part of Andy Devine's story. A childhood accident gave him the voice that made him famous. And although his final days were marked by tragedy, the laughter, kindness, and joy he shared with millions are what truly define the man the world will always remember.